It's a lovely spring day today. What a wonderful day for being outside and enjoying all of this lovely sunshine. It is, without a doubt, a very nice day. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? I hope you are feeling happy. Today we are here together live, but today we are not in the studio. We are actually outside. It's a gorgeous day, quite warm. We have nearly 12 Celsius today, so it does feel rather pleasant. I am outside with nature. The birds are singing. Even the birds seem happy because spring has arrived. In fact, no one really likes winter. If I was honest with you, I would say that winter is not the most pleasant of seasons. And this year it has been really, really miserable with lots of rain, really bad, not very pleasant at all. Anyway, I hope you are having a good day. We are outside for a change. And of course, it is Wednesday. I have a feeling that some people might not be around at this time of the week because, well, you have your things to do. Your life sometimes comes first before my live streams. And I think that is a very fair thing to say when you think about it, because everyone has a busy life. Everyone has things to do. I am going to open the live chat. I haven't looked at the live chat yet. So this is the moment where I find out how many people are actually watching. Hopefully, it will be a few people. It might be no one. I could be standing here talking to myself. So let's have a look, shall we? Here it is, the moment of truth. Oh, there are some people watching. Well, that is good news. I am pleased to see there are people on the live chat, chatting away. But who was first? Oh, very interesting. Palmyra. Hello, Palmyra. I did notice that you left a lovely like on my Facebook page. So welcome, Palmyra. You are first on today's live chat. Unfortunately, I can't give you any applause because I am outside, unfortunately. I'm very sorry about that. Please forgive me. So Palmyra is first. Maruzio is also here. Hello. Is this a nice surprise? Because quite often in life we don't get nice surprises. Most surprises that we have in life quite often are not very pleasant or happy. I'm just going to check the sound just to make sure you can actually hear me. Just a moment. Nice surprises. Most surprises that we have in life. Okay. It would appear that you can hear me, so that is also good to know. I am in my garden, in the back garden, and you might notice one or two things around me. There is lots of grass, although at the moment the grass is incredibly wet. We have had so much rain recently, too much. In fact, so much rain has fallen, the grass is now floating, almost as if it is floating on an ocean of rainwater that has come down. But it is pretty unpleasant, I will say now. Everything at the moment is still slowly drying out. To dry out. When something is very wet, it must dry out. It is good to see that we have some people watching. Yes, I know, it is strange. because I'm here on Wednesday. But to be honest with you, I couldn't resist coming outside to do my live stream. Who else is here? Dat Fam is here as well. Hello to you. Welcome to my garden. And yes, I am live right now in the garden. It is now 2:10 in the afternoon here in sunny England. We have sunshine. It does feel very strange. I will be honest with you. It does feel really weird having sunshine. It does feel very strange. It's nice to see some of you here. Maybe some of you are not here because of the fact that it is Wednesday afternoon. Don't forget to give me a lovely like, because I am here. I am giving my time for free. So if you want to give me a lovely like, or even if you want to say hello on the live chat, you are more than welcome to do so. Oh, I see. We also have Luis Mendez is here today. Hello, Luis. Nice to see you with us today. Yes, this is a very unusual English addict because I am outside, standing in front of Mr. Steve's wonderful shed. This is Mr. Steve's new home. He spends a lot of time in this shed because, as you know, recently Mr. Steve retired from work. So he decided to find something to do. And that is what he is doing. He is in there most often cutting something or banging something or repairing something. So, yes, he keeps himself very busy indeed. Who else is here? Christina is here. Hello, Christina. It is lovely to see you here today as well. Welcome to my garden. And you can see everything is rather nice. We have sunshine. We have nature. Already today I've spotted 2 bumblebees buzzing around. So nature is definitely waking up. We are coming towards the awakening of Mother Nature. Although many plants at the moment are still waiting to come out. Some of them have. Would you like to see some beautiful flowers that Mr. Steve's sister gave to us a couple of days ago, because she came to visit with her husband and we went for a lovely meal. In fact, the gift is just up there. Can you see in the window? In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up there and get them. Just a moment. Let's have a look, shall we? What gift did we receive? As I mentioned, this is Mr. Steve's shed. It is his new toy, the place where he vanishes to. He disappears to this place, although at the moment he's not here. He's not here at the moment. He's gone for a lovely walk. So even Steve today is enjoying the beautiful sunshine. I will show you the gift. Oh, very nice. So this is the gift we received as a way of making us all feel as if spring has arrived. Some beautiful daffodils. Aren't they gorgeous? The daffodils in my garden are just starting to come up, but these daffodils, as you can see, have already opened up. A lovely gift. I think this is nice. Something cheerful in these rather unsettling times. That is all I am going to say about that. Although I suppose I should mention that quite often events that happen around the world involving certain countries, certain places, the military of a certain country, they can have a big effect on all sorts of things. Every action has a reaction. Every action has a consequence. I think it is fair to say that that is the case. Beatrice is here. Hello to Beatrice. It is lovely to see you here as well on the live chat. Thank you very much for your lovely compliment for the flowers. The flowers were presented to us on Monday by Mr. Steve's sister. We went out and had a wonderful meal, and I will show you again the lovely daffodils. This time of year, most people think of daffodils at this time of year. They often think of daffodils growing in the gardens, or of course you can give them as a gift as well. Isn't that lovely? Who else is here? Oh, we have Pedro Belmont. Hello, Pedro. Nice to see you here as well. Apparently Pedro, now I know this is true, Pedro loves reading. I will start a new book called Crime and Punishment, and also Papillion as well. Now I remember Papillion because it was made into a movie. Now I can't remember who it starred, but I want to say Ryan O'Neill. I don't know why. I feel as if Ryan O'Neill was in that film, Papillion. I might be wrong. I'm sure someone out there in YouTube land will put me right on that one, I'm sure. But I know that Pedro is, I would describe Pedro as a bookworm. Bookworm. Now there is an interesting expression. A person who is a bookworm is someone who enjoys reading, studying. They often have their face or their head buried in a book. But I suppose these days it would be fair to say that there are many people who do not read books in paper form, but they read them on their tablet device. Kindle is a very popular way of taking in information, be it something factual or fiction. Yes, it is a good source of pleasure in a novel, and you should read also Milton Hatham or Hattam. Well, they do say that reading is food for your brain. I like watching YouTube videos, although recently I've stopped doing that. And one of the main reasons is because there is so much artificial intelligence created videos on YouTube. And I love watching a real person. So I can say right now, definitely, 100%, that I am, first of all, real. I am here now in the garden, and everything you see around me is also real as well. I will just go and close the door because I've left the door open, you see. And if I leave the door open, then Mr. Steve becomes angry. So I will close the door of Mr. Steve's shed. Just a moment. Isn't it a lovely day? Wow. The birds are singing. Everyone is happy. It does feel as if spring has sprung. See, that's what we say. We normally say that. We say, spring has sprung. Of course, sprung is the past tense of spring. Something will spring, something has sprung. Quite often with flowers, flowers will spring up as they come back to life and come into bloom. We also have Giovanni joining us. Hello, Giovanni. Giovanni, it is so nice to have you here today. There is also a very friendly robin sitting in front of me. You might be able to hear it singing. Can you hear the robin? So there is not only me on the live chat, there is also a very friendly robin who is also saying hello. Maybe he is practicing his English. Mr. Duncan, how are you? I could be wrong, but you are in your t-shirt in the garden. Yes, you are right. Because today it is so mild. The weather is so amazing that I can actually just come outside. I can just walk outside in my t-shirt. And yes, you are right. I am wearing my t-shirt. Is there any electricity in Mr. Steve's shed? That is a very good question. At the moment, there isn't. But I am planning at some point to hopefully put electricity into the shed. So Mr. Steve can have electricity in there for his power tools and also for some lighting as well. So hopefully we will be putting some sort of cable, maybe above the shed or maybe beneath the shed, and we will introduce some electricity, an electric power supply into Mr. Steve's shed. But at the moment, there is nothing. There is no electricity at all in Steve's shed, sadly. Mr. Duncan, I would love to see your bedroom and your personal belongings. I'm sure you would. I have a feeling that you would love that. But guess what? I am not going to do that. Definitely not. There are some things that even I have to keep private. The place where I rest my head every night. By the way, I don't know how it happened, but last night I had the most amazing sleep. I slept almost as if I was in a coma. It felt as if my whole brain had shut down. And I have to be honest with you, that is a very nice type of sleep, a very deep sleep. We often refer to that as deep sleep. But I have to say, I really did enjoy my sleep. Giovanni is sharing a dream that he had last night. Mr. Duncan, do you know that I dreamt about you last night? Really? Oh, nothing naughty. Good. Good, I'm very pleased to hear that it was nothing naughty. But I was asking if you could share with us a live or a video whilst you create and edit your content in your room. That is a very good idea. I've never done it before because sometimes it takes a long time to prepare or create either my recorded lessons or even my live stream, because I do spend a lot of time preparing my Sunday live stream. It takes a very long time for me to do it because I have to create all of the things that I show in each lesson. But I think that is a good idea. I think it's a very good idea. So maybe one Sunday, instead of doing my live stream, Or maybe I can do the live stream as normal, but before the live stream, I could record a video showing how I prepare it. The only problem is I think it would be a little bit boring, because I do spend most of my time just creating with my mouse, looking at the screen, and sometimes I'm doing nothing. Sometimes I'm just thinking about new ideas, trying to come up with new ideas. That is the hardest part of creating anything. The hardest part of creating anything is coming up with new ideas. And I would say that is definitely the hardest part. I want to see it just to experience what Mr. Duncan's work is. Yes, you might be surprised to find out that I do spend a lot of time doing this, but you never see it. So I have to do a lot of work, maybe fixing my computer and updating my equipment. So there is always something to do, even if I'm not creating or doing a live stream. I am still working. I'm still doing something to help this continue. There is a helicopter going over. You might hear some aeroplanes going over today because it is a beautiful day and there are no clouds in the sky. It is a clear blue sky today. By the way, did anyone see the moon last night? There was a full moon last night and it looked slightly red. It had a very strange, eerie glow. Did anyone see it last night, the moon? Looking rather odd. I think it is called the blood moon. It is a blood moon. And I think it's when the Earth comes in front of the moon slightly. So it causes a slight discoloration of the moonlight. And I think also there was an eclipse yesterday. Am I right? I heard somebody mention on the news that there was going to be a lunar eclipse. I'm not sure if we could see it here because sometimes you have to be in a certain place or a certain part of the world to see the lunar eclipse. Yes, I think it is a good idea. You told me something about your work during our meeting and it was very interesting. Thank you, Beatrice. That's very kind of you to say. But quite often I'm doing things and sometimes it takes a very long time to do it. It might be a technical thing. Maybe something is going wrong in my studio. Maybe I have to do a backup of all of the things I've created. So I always have to make sure that I have a copy of everything I create, including my live streams as well. You might not know this, but I always keep a copy of every live stream as well. So maybe in the future, when I am old and grey, I will look at my live streams and I will remember all the fun I had. I might even be watching this one. I could be sitting in my big comfortable chair at the age of 95 watching this right now. If I am, hello Mr. Duncan of the future. This is what you used to look like. You used to be so young and handsome. So a big hello to future Duncan. I'm assuming you are there. I'm assuming that you're still around. I hope so. The next eclipse will be the 27th of August, which also will be my birthday on the 27th of August, says Palmyra. So Palmyra, you are going to celebrate your birthday and also the eclipse as well. Very interesting. I think that's very nice. When those sort of things happen, when you have a happy coincidence, a nice thing happens at the same time as maybe a celebration, such as a birthday. I will be honest with you, I always get excited during August because, of course, we always have the meteor showers. The meteor showers come across the sky during August, and always on my birthday, because my birthday is on the 12th of August. The 12th of August is when my birthday is, and there are always lots of lovely shooting stars in the sky. I do like that. Pedro asks, are you interested in astronomy, Mr. Duncan? Yes, I am. I love looking at the stars. I suppose I'm a little bit lucky living around here because I can go outside, I can come outside at night, and quite often the sky is dark and the stars are visible. So I've spent many hours outside here at night looking up at the heavens, looking out into the cosmos, the universe, wrapped around us like a large blanket of shimmering light. I do like looking at the stars, and I'm always interested when the planets are visible, because quite often the planets are not visible, but sometimes you get the most amazing moments where you can see maybe one or two planets in the sky clearly, and sometimes they are close together as well. So I do like it when that happens. So I remember last year you could see Mars, the planet Mars, and I think also you could see Saturn as well last year, and they were very close to each other in the sky because of their positions and also the position of the Earth as well. Who else is here? Doppelganger. Hello, Doppelganger. I am watching this one during a blood moon eclipse. Hello, Doppelganger. So at the moment, am I right? Am I correct in saying that there is a lunar eclipse at the moment? So the Earth, the shadow of the Earth will fall on to the moon. And for a moment, the moon will vanish. But I think that's also the reason why we are getting the rather strange red glow from the moon as well. I think that might be the reason. Do you think, according to your opinion, Mr. Duncan, there is life on other solar systems? Well, I suppose I know as much as anyone else that no one knows. So even the experts, there are many scientists and professors, and even they don't really know if there is life on other planets. And when you think about it, no one knows. I don't know. You don't know. Even the experts don't know. Christina. Thank you very much, Christina. Hello, Christina. By the way, where are you at the moment? Are you somewhere nice? Are you somewhere exciting? I hope you are having a good day. Mr. Duncan, you are a computer whiz, Mr. Duncan. You are a computer whiz. If we describe someone as a whiz, it means they are very good at a particular thing. They might have a certain skill or expertise. So yes, you are right. Yes, I enjoy technology. Now, a lot of people don't, for various reasons, including Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve does not like technology at all. I find it very interesting. I have to say, I do like technology. In fact, I decided to build my own computer. And guess what? 4 years later, it is still working. In fact, it is the computer on which you are watching this right now. So the computer that I built myself is actually the same computer I use to broadcast my live streams. This one and also the ones that I do every Sunday. Kareen is here. Hello, Kareen. Can I say a big hello to you, Kareen? I hope you are having a good day wherever you are in the world. Paris is in our hearts, dear Beatrice. Well, of course, we did have the most amazing rendezvous in Paris. We've had 2. Lots of people who watch my YouTube channel actually met up. So we had the first one. The first one was in 2023, and that is when we met up in Paris. I still remember we were all standing together on the Trocadero, and the Eiffel Tower was in the background. It was the most amazing experience. And yes, you can still see it as well. So all of the live streams that I did during our rendezvous, they are all still available on my YouTube channel. And then, of course, the following year, in 2024, we did the rendezvous in Rome. So we went all the way to Italy and we had the most amazing time. And then, of course, last year we were in Paris again. So last year we met up in Paris on the banks of the River Seine. Very nice. This year we are doing it again, but we won't be in Paris. This year we will be in London. So if you would like to meet up with myself, Mr. Steve, and lots and lots of English addicts, you will have the chance to do that on May the 31st. So the final day of May, we will all be in London and we are going to meet up together. So if you do feel as if you want to meet up, perhaps you are living in the UK, maybe you are learning English here in the UK, you will have a chance to meet up and practice your English for real. If you feel like doing that, then please do it. Just do it. Sometimes you might hesitate. I know I do it sometimes. Quite often I will hesitate. I will think too much about doing something. But sometimes you just have to do it. Go ahead. So if you would like to meet up on the 31st of May, the weekend of the 31st of May, I will be in London. Mr. Steve will be with us, and some of our lovely viewers will be there as well. But what about you? Will you be there? Will you be joining us? I hope so. Mr. Duncan, I meant for the shed. The shed. Yes, well, that shed, the shed behind me is not mine. That particular thing is Mr. Steve's. That is where he lives. He spends time in there doing all sorts of things. Quite often he will be in there. On Sunday, I showed you some mystery objects, and I thought it was a good idea at the time. So last Sunday, I showed some objects, some things that we use in daily life. And I thought today it would be interesting to do something very similar, something similar to that. So today I'm going to show you some objects, some strange objects, maybe something really unusual, perhaps a thing that you've never seen before. For example, here is a strange object. You're probably thinking, Mr. Duncan, what the heck is that? You might not believe it, but this particular thing is made, well, I think it's made of brass, because it's incredibly heavy. It might be brass, but also it might be steel. It's very hard to tell, but it's incredibly heavy. And if you look closely, you can see that it is actually a dog holding what looks like a horseshoe. So that is in fact supposed to be a dog. Can you see his face? If you look closely, you can see his face there, and he is holding what looks like a horseshoe. However, this has a very interesting use. I wonder if anyone can guess what this is actually used for. It is very old, and this used to be in Mr. Steve's mum's house. His mother used to have this in his house. So isn't that strange? It's a very unusual looking thing. However, it also has a very special use. So I'm wondering if you can guess what the use is of this. It does have a very practical use. Something that has a practical use is something that you can use for a certain task. So there it is again. What do you think this is used for? It does have a very interesting use. It is a strange thing indeed. Yes, it is, Beatrice. It is very strange. Giovanni says, I think it might be something that you put near a door. Well, you are right, in a way. Quite often you will find this very near to a door. However, it has one particular use. It is used for one particular thing. Especially when you are about to go out, or maybe when you come back home. So this has a particular use. I wonder if you know what this is used for in daily life. It has one particular use. Maybe you use it for knocking on the door. Yeah, that's a good answer. It is a good answer. I suppose you could use it because it's very heavy and hard. I suppose you could use it for banging on the door. It would definitely get someone's attention. You would definitely get lots of attention with this if you used it to knock someone's door. However, that is not the reason why we have it. It has another reason. It has another very particular use. I might even show you something from the shed. So I might get something out of the shed, and we will have a look at one of Mr. Steve's many tools. We will see what happens. Giovanni has a very interesting answer. Is it used to take off our shoes or boots? Guess what? You are right. That is what this is used for. This is used as a way of helping you to take off your boots or your shoes. So you will put your foot in there, the back of your foot will go in there, and then you will use it to lift your foot out of the boot. So yes, it is used for helping you take off your boots. I suppose you could also use it to put your boots on, but quite often this is used to take off your boots. Maybe if you've been for a big walk and you get back and you are tired, you are very tired from your walk. So you can use this to take off your boots. It makes the job much easier of removing your boots. If you've just joined me, hello there. My name is Mr. Duncan. I'm in the garden today. And look, we have springtime. Lovely springtime. The daffodils are now out and everything is looking really, really nice. I have to say, I am enjoying this lovely weather. I did not realise that something existed that had that function. Yes, a lot of old houses, if you go to an old house, quite often outside, there might be something there as part of the building for you to take your boots off with, to make it easier to pull your foot out of the boot. Yes, it would be so useful. Everyday objects linked with their expressions and verbs used in English every day. That could help us learn everyday English speech. You are right. Yes, I think it would be very useful. Very useful indeed. And when you think about it, there are so many things, so many tools, so many devices that we use in our everyday life. And each one has their own name, their own use. And as you rightly say, sometimes we use certain devices or certain tools, certain things as phrases as well. It is very common for that to happen. So I'm going to have a look in Mr. Steve's shed and I'm going to see if I can find something to show you. I would love to take the camera up there, but unfortunately I can't. But I will go up there right now and have a look. So I will find something. What is it for? I will tell you again, Christina. This is used for removing your boots. You put the back of your foot in there, and then you lift your foot, and the boot will stay behind. So this is used to help you take off your boots. So now you know. We're going to have a look in Mr. Steve's shed. I'm going to bring something down for you. So just a moment, I will go up there and I will see if I can find something interesting to show you. It is a beautiful day today, I have to say. And can you see my clothes as well? I'm dressed very smartly today. I'm wearing my lovely chinos. I'm wearing my big boots because unfortunately in the garden it's very muddy. We have mud everywhere because of all the rain that has been falling recently. Hello. Hello. There is a bird saying hello to me. So let's have a look. Mr. Steve's shed. Let's see what is going on in here. Sadly, there is no Mr. Steve in here. However, there are lots of things, lots of tools. Things that Mr. Steve often uses to help him in his daily life. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, very interesting. There are some interesting things in Mr. Steve's shed. Some very interesting things. Here we go. Here is something that Steve often uses when he has to cut some thick branches, or maybe if he has to trim the bush, one of the big bushes in the garden. Look at that. It is a very sturdy piece of equipment. The word sturdy is a word that describes something that is strong, something that can be used in an aggressive way, something that is sturdy, strong. Look at that. That is an amazing piece of equipment. So I will show you how it works. And the amazing thing about this is you can make it really long as well. So if you have to cut something that's high up, you can actually make this longer. You can extend the handles. You can make them longer, which means you can reach high up. So if you have to cut something that is high up, this particular tool will help you do it. It is something that is often used when you want to cut a thick branch. And if it's very high up, look, you can actually reach quite high up with this particular tool. But what are these called? They have a particular name, a name that describes them very well. They are used for cutting twigs or very thin branches. And Mr. Steve will often go out, quite often at this time of year, he will go out and trim some of the bushes or some of the trees around the garden. These are often referred to as loppers. Loppers. So these are loppers, a pair of loppers. So think of them as very large scissors for cutting branches and trees. Look at that. So the blade is incredibly sharp and it can cut through anything, including fingers as well. So you do have to be careful. This is a type of tool that you have to be careful when you're using, or else you might cut something else off, like a limb, a finger, or something even worse. Loppers. I have put the word on the live chat, so now you can see it. For those wondering what's going on, it's Mr. Duncan, that's me by the way. I'm in the garden today and I'm enjoying some of this lovely sunshine. Normally I'm in the studio on Sunday, but today I'm out in the garden on Wednesday. Something a little different. I will try to find something else from Mr. Steve Shed. Just a moment, please bear with me. English Addict is outside on this gorgeous spring day. Mr. Steve Shed. There are so many things in here. So many useful things. Things that you can use for all sorts of jobs and tasks. Oh. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something that I bought for Mr. Steve for Christmas. So this is something I bought for Steve as a Christmas gift. Can you see it? Once again, it's a very heavy piece of equipment, but this is something you will use for a certain task. It has a certain use. I wonder if you know what the use is. Or even better, perhaps you know what the name of this is. I will quickly show you how it works. Just a moment. There it is. But the question is, what is it? This particular thing is called a vice. V-I-C-E. Vice. It is something that you use to hold a large object, something you need to work on, something you have to cut, something you have to keep in place. A piece of wood, maybe a piece of tubing, a pipe, something you have to cut, something you have to keep still and steady. So this particular thing is often fixed to a table. So this part here, I will show you this part, is used to fix the clamp to a table. And then you can put something in there And again, you can hold it in place. Maybe you have to cut a piece of wood in half. Maybe you have to keep something steady, something heavy has to be kept in place whilst you work on it. Maybe part of an engine, you have to keep it steady, you have to keep it still. So this is something that Steve will use quite often when he is cutting a piece of wood or working on something. This is a vise. 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 This tool is used for clamping something in place. This tool is used for clamping something in place, to clamp something. So that part is the clamp. That can be adjusted to hold something in place. Clamp. I like it. I know what's going to happen later. Steve is going to ask, Duncan, someone has been in my shed because all my tools are in the wrong place. What have you been doing in my shed? So it is a very useful tool. In fact, Mr. Steve's shed is full of useful things, lots of different tools. Maybe next weekend, maybe on the live stream next week, I will show you some more of Mr. Steve's tools. Something for you to guess. You might be able to see that we have lovely weather today. Isn't it gorgeous? I have to be honest with you. I can't believe how nice the weather is. And yesterday we went for a lovely walk around the neighbourhood and we saw one of our neighbours and they were outside and they were so excited and happy. And I think this is what happens at this time of year. Lots of people get happy and excited. It's almost as if you're relieved because winter has gone. And I have to be honest with you, that is exactly how I feel as well. I do feel as if the year can start. Have you noticed that though? I always find the first 2 months of the year go by very slowly, or maybe they seem very dull and boring because the weather isn't very nice. But now, of course, you can go outside. You can enjoy yourself. You can start enjoying the sunshine and the fresh air, which of course is something you can't do during the winter, especially when it's raining and it's cold. Hello to the live chat. It's nice to see you all here today. Who else is here today? I don't want to forget anyone, because if I do, I will feel very, very guilty. Lewis. Now, I believe you are going down to Brittany. Is that true? Lewis, are you there yet? Have you been? Have you left for Brittany? Are you there now? And if you are, what is the weather like? Is it nice? Are you having a nice time in Brittany? I hope so. I really do. Hope you are having a good time. Yes, you can use the vise for many different types of things. In fact, in my studio, I have lots of things that you can use to hold something in place. In fact, I can show you one right now. Look at this. So this is something I use quite often in my studio. I have lots and lots of these in my studio, and they are very useful. They come in handy for lots of different jobs. This particular thing is called a clamp, and they are very useful for holding things in place. You can fix the clamp to something. You can hold something in place with a clamp. So in my studio, I have lots and lots of these. In fact, it would be fair to say that many parts of my studio are actually held in place with these. Clamp. This, again, is something I use, and I use a lot of them in my studio. I think at the moment you will start taking wonderful walks in the woods. Yes, that is one thing I'm really looking forward to. I am looking forward to taking lovely walks again, because during the winter, especially the winter that we've just had, it's been horrible. It really has been horrible. So wet. Lots and lots of rain. So I'm looking forward to getting the chance to go back out, to wander around, to explore, to look around, to take in all the beautiful sights and, of course, the sounds of springtime. I have been asked if Mr. Steve built this shed. Did Mr. Steve build this shed? I can tell you now that Steve did not build this shed. We had some very nice workmen, and they came and they built the shed for us. So for those wondering, no, Mr. Steve did not build the shed. We had some workmen. They came and they did it for us. I'm distracted at the moment. Do you know why I'm distracted? Because there is someone walking around in front of me. Can you guess who it is?
Hello, Mr. Duncan. Hello, lovely viewers from around the globe. Beautiful, healthy, lovely viewers from around the globe.
Healthy.
What I want to know, Mr. Duncan, is what were you doing in my shed that I built myself from the ground up?
Can I just say, Mr. Steve did not build the shed, and yes, I have been in your shed. I've been looking around in your shed. I hope you don't mind.
Interfering with my tools.
Yes. And
rearranging my grommets and my screwdrivers.
yes. Well, today I was showing your big loppers.
Oh yes, they're quite dangerous. You don't want to get near me when I'm lopping. And I do like to lop, don't I?
You do. Mr. Steve likes cutting things, trimming things. Oh, there's a bird that keeps coming around us. Oh my goodness. There's a little tiny bird that keeps coming around us. And I know what that bird is. That bird is a goldcrest.
A goldcrest?
There is a goldcrest. It is the smallest bird that exists in the UK.
Really?
Yes, it's the tiniest bird, and we've just had one. I can't believe that I've just seen that.
Has it flown off?
It's
now,
gone.
Mr. Duncan?
It's gone now because we've scared it away.
Talking about loppers, probably.
Yes.
Well, I've just gone for a lovely walk in the... I mean, this must be the best day we've had for months and months. It's still very wet. Still very wet, like a marsh on our lawn here.
Yes, we've had so much water that the grass is floating.
It is, and so although the grass is growing, It's not time to give it its first cut of the season,
No.
but when I do, I shall enjoy doing it.
Mm.
Because I'll get out the lawnmower, I will sharpen the blade, I will clean the air filter, replace the oil, clean the spark plug, and off I go for the rest of the growing season.
See, we know how much you enjoy cutting the grass because we see it every week on the live stream. Mr. Steve going around the garden cutting the grass. He loves doing it. And of course now Mr. Steve has lots of time on his hands. If you have time on your hands, it means you have lots of free time. So you have more freedom than you used to because now you are not working. So Mr. Steve might be described as a man of leisure.
Yes, a man of leisure, although I'm not being very leisurely because I've got lots of jobs to do.
Yes.
Because if anybody who's ever known me on the live streams before knows that I like to be busy and doing things. So I've got a list of jobs that will see me through the rest of the year. I think I've got a fly stuck in my throat, and I shall look forward to Mr. Duncan helping me with them.
I don't think that's going to happen. Although I will say one thing, Mr. Steve last week, you might just be able to see up there are some fences at the back. And Mr. Steve actually repaired all of that fence. He rebuilt parts of it.
Well, we know we're going to get cows. Last year the cows broke the fence.
Yes.
And so I thought, I don't think the farmer will come and repair that. So in order to avoid cattle, maybe even sheep, but certainly cows forcing their way into our garden, I thought some of the horizontal, there's 3 horizontal supports in between the posts, as you can see, and some of them over there had broken off, and some of the posts themselves were loose in the soil. So I thought, no, I'm going to preempt any kind of disaster with cattle.
If you preempt something, you take action before the occurrence actually happens. You take action before something happens.
Another phrase could be being proactive.
Yes.
They use that a lot at work. You must be proactive, not reactive. Don't wait till the thing happens to do something. Do it before it happens.
Do it before. Don't wait until you have a disaster. Make sure you are ready for it, ready for the disaster. You do something before it happens, not after. I suppose they say that prevention is better than cure. It is better to prevent something from happening or be prepared for it rather than wait until it happens.
Yes, or I've just been looking at the live chat. You know how I used to like the live chat.
Steve loves the live chat. He loves blocking people.
Beatrice says, you will have more chores now. Absolutely. Yes, well, I will, because all those jobs that I wanted to do when I was working, that you have to wait until the weekend to do, that never get done because you might want to do something else or they take too long. A lot of jobs take more than just a day to do.
Yeah.
So now I can tackle these annoying maintenance issues that need to be addressed around the house, and I shall enjoy doing it.
Yes. If there's one thing Steve likes doing, it's keeping busy. He is a busy man.
Yes.
I think so. A lot of people, by the way, excited. Do you know why they're excited?
Is it because we're going to meet up in Londonia?
Yes. We're meeting up in London on May the 31st. The 31st of May is when we are meeting up. We will be in London, the capital city of this nation that we are in right now, or what's left of it by then.
Yes,
Depending on what happens next.
Yes, let's hope we'll be able to. Well, we'll be able to get a train down to London, which
Yeah.
I think is what we'll do. I'm not going to drive to London, Mr. Duncan. It's fraught with danger.
I mean, who knows? Who knows what will be happening by the end of May? Who knows? I mean, no one really. No one can guess what is going to happen next in these crazy times.
It's a little unpredictable. Look at my hat, Mr. Duncan. My hat has, as we would say, it looks scruffy. It has seen better days.
It's very worn.
If you say something, an article of clothing or something you possess has seen better days, it means it's old and probably needs replacing. This hat is very worn. I use it in the garden. And it doesn't matter. No one's going to see me, so it doesn't matter. Actually, I did see one person walking their dog.
Really?
Yes, 2 people, in fact. Dogs off the lead, as usual. But I wasn't attacked, so that was good news.
That's always good news if Mr. Steve is not attacked. And you what? Now that is a very good expression. It is better to be safe than sorry. So I suppose that could be a very similar meaning to it is better to make sure you are prepared. Be prepared instead of waiting for something to happen. Make sure you are ready for whatever.
We're not suggesting that you should do this. We're just using the phrase to explain it.
Yes. I think
We're not,
I think everyone knows what we're doing.
we're not judging you if you don't do it. We're just saying that is a phrase that you could use.
Although you should do it.
Yes.
And if you don't do it, you're a terrible person.
Well, Mr. Duncan, I'm going to go inside and because I'm hungry.
Okay.
And normally when I come back from my runs, I have something to eat. And I shall do that now. I shall have some yoghurt with a piece of homemade bread and some jam on it. And I will look forward to seeing you all again for another impromptu performance.
Yes,
or appearance.
something unexpected. If something is impromptu, it means it is unexpected. So we have Mr. Steve here. He is unexpected, and a lot of people are also saying that I am unexpected because no one expected me to be here today in the garden talking to you live. So thank you, Mr. Steve. By the way, we have some hot cross buns.
Oh, yes.
Yes, hot cross buns that were given to us by Mr. Steve's sister. And also, Mr. Steve's sister gave us some lovely daffodils. Aren't they beautiful? And I don't know about you, Steve, but whenever I see daffodils, I always feel as if spring has definitely arrived.
That's it. You get in the UK, you get the snowdrops first, little white short plants with white flowers on. And then you know spring is on the way. They always come up in around January, followed closely by the daffodils. And, of course, if we needed any better sign that spring was on the way, it's the weather today.
Oh,
It's probably about 15, maybe about 14 degrees out here. The sun's out. The water will subside. And soon I'll be able to cut the grass. And then we know spring is really on the way.
yes.
Well, lovely to be here, Mr. Duncan,
Thank you, Steve.
for this short little visit. And enjoy the rest of Mr. Duncan's live stream. And see you again another time.
Thank you, Mr. Steve. There he goes.
Bye.
Thank you. So for those wondering who is Mr. Steve, who is the man who often hides inside the shed, that is who it is. That's who it is, you see. Vitas is here. Hello, Vitas. It is nice to see you here today. Mr. Duncan, who made that wonderful badge that is on your chest? Oh, you mean this? I made this myself. In fact, everyone who comes along to my rendezvous, everyone will get one of these. So if you come along, you will have your own personal English Addict badge. So to answer your question, Vitas, I made this myself. I had these made especially for my English Addict students. Sunt Finta. Thank you, Mr. Steve, for coming to say hello. That's okay. I think Steve is now hungry. If there is one thing that Steve dislikes, it is being hungry. He doesn't like it. Oh, hello. Hello. Wow, that's amazing. Hello. Aren't you lovely? Oh, that's amazing. I think that is a gold crest. What a wonderful bird. Can you hear it? Hello. It's gone. It's flown off. Isn't that amazing? And that is a particular type of bird that we don't see very often in the garden. And it also happens to be the smallest bird that exists in the UK as well. Luis Mendez has not gone to Brittany, but I believe you are looking forward to it. I hope you will have a nice time when you go there. I really do. I will be leaving you in around about 5 minutes. I hope you've enjoyed this rather unusual live stream today. It has been different. It has been unusual, to say the least. And I hope also it's been interesting. That is something I always try to do. I try to make it interesting. Sometimes I succeed, and other times I don't. But I always try my best. I am with you on Sunday. For those wondering, yes, I am back with you on Sunday. Sunday, 2 p.m. UK time is when I'm back with you. Yes, I am with you on Sunday, and I hope you will join me for another live stream. And I will probably be in the studio on Sunday. I won't be outside for various reasons. And I hope you have a super duper Wednesday as well, wherever you are in the world. Can I just say something? Things are crazy in the world at the moment. And sometimes people react to those things in different ways. But wherever you are in the world at the moment, I hope you are happy, well, and safe. That is all I'm going to say. I hope you have a good day, wherever you are in the world. This is Mr. Duncan, by the way. That's me saying thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I am back with you on Sunday. Giovanni says sometimes dogs sound different in different countries. Sometimes birds will sound different depending on where you are in the world. That may or may not be true, but there are certain varieties or certain types of bird that exist maybe in one country, but not in another. Certain types of jay, for example. Certain types of robin you will find in different parts of the world as well. You have a nice place around your house. Thank you very much, Sunt. That's very nice. Very kind of you to say. See you later. In fact, I will be back with you on Sunday. Sunday is when I'm back with you. You can watch this live stream again with captions. I will try my best to prepare that as quickly as I can. Thank you, Mr. Duncan, for the surprise. We learn a lot of language so we can build bridges together and not walls. I think you're right there. That is, of course, one of the reasons why I love the English language. I often see English as a way of bringing people together, allowing people to share their thoughts, their feelings, their points of view, and hopefully we can discuss those things in a civilized way. It would be so nice if that were to happen. It would be lovely. It would be really nice if people could do that. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen very often. But at least I will stay here. I will try my best to bring people together with the common language that is English. Thank you very much for your company. See you later. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. I will leave you with some of the beautiful sights of my garden, and I will see you on Sunday. And of course, until the next time we meet, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and ta-ta for now.